Do you struggle sparring a southpaw? Because if you do, this is my 3 tips to sparring annoying individuals. When they're in their stance, a southpaw is left-handed. First thing we want to get down is the range, because if we are the same stance, if we are southpaw, southpaw, or orthodox, orthodox, I won't be using my hand position as much. But when we are opposite stance, I'll be using my lead hand to tap. If we were sparring, I struggle finding the range, and I know many people do. And in order to read how far away I am, I'm going to use my front hand to tap. My palm taps on their glove. I'm not looking to push their glove, I'm just looking to tap. Because if I can tap, I know one more step, I can punch. I know if I can tap, I can kick. I know if I can tap, one step, I can then go in for my takedowns. This is going to help me read my range. Me and Ollie are moving around, and I don't tap, and we're moving like we're sparring. Sometimes it can be quite hard to read. I might be missing my punches. I don't want to let Ollie get on top of my hands. If Ollie taps on top of mine, all he's got to do is push this hand down and step in with the jab. He'd push it down, step in, and now he's getting his outside angle because I want to make sure I get my toe to the outside of his toe. I'm tapping and getting the outside angle at the same time. And this moves on to my next point, throwing off the center line. As we get our range, I'm going to step my foot to the outside. I'm then going to throw my shots. It could be a cross, it could be a hook, it could be an uppercut. It doesn't really matter. But the main point about this is, if Ollie puts his hand straight out and I throw a punch, boom, I've gone into it. And that means if he throws a jab at the same time, boom, I'm going to go into that jab. And for that reason, I'm going to take my head off the center line by stepping my foot to the outside. Outside. And now I've got a good exit, which allows me to punch Ollie and Ollie not to punch me. Watch my front foot here. It steps to the outside. So we're going to use point 1. I'm going to tap. I'm going to try and get my foot to the outside and step. And now I can use my front hand to tap round and throw my follow-on strikes. We're tapping. I'm finding my range. I wouldn't go for it out here because I'm too far away. So I tap and I come back. And I don't do the same rhythm. I don't push with the tap. Straight back. I'm then going to step. I can then get my angle to throw the next shots. My final point is getting good at chaining off the single leg. Because the double legs are a little bit harder when you're fighting a southpaw. And what I like to do is scoop their lead hand. As Ollie goes to tap, I will scoop it out. I'm then going to push off my back foot to enter. And I don't care how good you are at finishing the single leg, I care about how good you are at chaining the single leg. As soon as I get this, I'm going to move my feet. I'm going to move my feet to see what presents itself. We're going to be moving through, and all I'm going to be looking for is to get good at chaining that front leg. Scoop it out, come in, chain. Boom. I can go for my takedowns, I can go for my strikes. If I'm not very good at chaining on here, I'll grab the single leg, Ollie will defend, he'll get straight out. If you want to get your southpaw opponent down, get good at chaining off that lead leg. Let's go through them all now. We've got the touch. We then get the outside angle with our big toe. We can step and strike. So see, I'm always stepping to the outside angle. I don't really want to go this way for now. As you start getting more advanced, you can start slipping a bit more on the backside and go into that opposite angle. But when you first start out, definitely try and beat that lead foot to throw. And then if you want takedowns, we can use that scoop to enter, to chain together. And they're my 3 top tips when sparring a southpaw. And if you want some more daily tips, check out the daily emails below, and they are completely free. If you want 1,000 more techniques, check out Sway No Skills. And I'll see you in the next one. Bish, bash, bosh, pow!